Dear students, we discussed intercrop, crop rotation and cultivation of leguminous plants in the last class. Let us see the questions and answers.
Hi, I am Gauri B studying in 7th E. Previous class question and answers. What are the main factors which influence the growth of plant? Answer: soil. What is the role of plant waste to improve soil fertile? Answer: the nutrients formed by one kind of plant debris is not the same supplied by another. The more diverse the plant debris that decompose in the soil, the higher the fertility of soil. What is intercrop? Short-term crop cultivated among the main crops in such a way that they do not harm the main crop are called intercrops. What are the advantages of intercropping? Sunlight on the farm is fully utilized, increases the income of the farmer, producing different yield. The nutrients and water provided to one crop is useful to another too. Write down the examples for intercropping cultivation of banana, pepper, etc. in coconut garden. What is crop rotation? Crop rotation is growing of different crop after the harvesting of the existing crop. Write down the advantages of crop rotation. Different crops utilize different nutrients. Remnants of different crops join the soil and make it fertile. The same nutrients is not used up. There remain some nutrients always. The short-term crop after the main crop increases the income of farmer. Write down the examples for crop rotation. P. Sesame after rice cultivation. P. Vegetable after tapioca cultivation. Name the plant which can be done as intercropping among coconut tree. Answer: banana, pepper, yam, elephant fruit yam, little yam, ginger, turmeric, etc. Is the essential thing for plant growth. Fertile soil. How do plants absorb nitrogen from soil? Plants cannot absorb nitrogen from the soil, but they can absorb nitrate salt dissolved in water. Some of the bacteria in plant can convert nitrogen to nitrate. This is how plants absorb nitrogen. Name one bacteria which convert nitrogen to nitrate. Rhizobium. Write some examples for leguminous plants. Pea, mimosa, cochineal, horsegram and blackgram. How does the nitrogen filled in leguminous plants use for others? When these plants decay, the plant nutrients are added to the soil. What are the advantages of cultivating leguminous plants? Rhizobium, a bacteria lives in the root of leguminous plants convert nitrogen to nitrate. When these plants decay, the plant nutrients are added to soil. Crops of next season will utilize these.
Did you watch the video made by Gauri from 7th E? How is it? You can also make the same if you have a wish. Please try to do. Okay, let us see today's class. In order to reap the gold from the soil, we need fertile soil, favorable climate, high quality seeds and planting materials, and good nurturing. What do you mean by good nurturing? It is the protection of plants from the weeds and pests and giving fertilizers and water at the proper time. What shall we do for preventing weeds and pests? Let us listen what Masanobu Fukuoka, a Japan researcher in organic farming, said. For man's survival, we should return to nature. It is man who is destroying forests, the springs and the fertility of the earth. Such environmental destruction should be stopped if all living organisms, including man, are to be saved. Biofertilizers are an elixir to the soil dead-ended by the use of chemical fertilizers. They catalyze life and retain the fertility of the soil. Our aim should be to make land cultivable rather than a desert. The book One Straw Revolution is written by him. Silent Spring is another book which says strongly against chemical fertilizer and chemical pesticides. In order to sustain the natural components of the soil, we must use biofertilizers and biopesticides. Cow dung, green manure, compost manure, fish manure, poultry dropping, goat dropping, bone meal and remains of plants and animals are examples of biofertilizers. Tobacco decoction, neem cake, neem oil emulsion are examples of biopesticides. Cut 1 kg tobacco into small pieces, soak them in 15 liters of water for 1 day. Filter this and dissolve 100 grams scraped bar soap in it by stirring well. Tobacco pesticide is ready. Dilute this by adding double the quantity of water and then spray on plants. Adding neem cake, castor cake, etc. to the soil helps to control worms that attack roots. Dissolve 60 gram soap in half liter water. Mix it with 1 liter of neem oil and stir well. Dilute it with 10 liter water and spray on plants. Uses of chemical pesticides and fertilizers are very harmful to the nature and its living things. Moreover, it destroys the fertility of the soil and pollute air and water. Now let me ask you a few questions. From this part, you can find out the answers from the textbook and Kite Victor's class. Okay, first question. What do you mean by good nurturing? Second, what are the merits and demerits of chemical fertilizer and chemical pesticides? 3. What are the merits and demerits of biofertilizer and biopesticides? 4. What do you prefer among chemical fertilizer and biofertilizer? Why? Number 5. Name 2 microorganisms which make the soil more fertile. 6. Describe the method of making tobacco decoction and neem oil emulsion. 7. What are the methods of controlling pests? 8. What is drip irrigation? And 9. List the name of pests which destroy plants. 10. List the name of organisms those eat of pests. And 11. Make a questionnaire having 5 questions for conducting an interview with a farmer. And 12. Write the name of plants cultivated for purposes other than food. And 13. Which is an important fiber crop cultivated in India? 14. Which country is the largest producer of jute? 15. What is the name of Japan researcher in organic farming? And last, write the name of 2 books which help the farmers to turn to biocultivation. Hope all of you are able to find out the answer and write it in your notebook. Okay, thank you.